Hey everyone, welcome to the walkthrough of the members section of my site. If you're here joining me live, leave a comment in the chat and say hi so I know that you're here. So in this walkthrough, I'm going to be sharing with you guys some fun stuff that you'll get access to when you join my email list. So I have short stories and sneak peeks for readers and tons of helpful resources for writers that I continually update. So that's what I'm going to be sharing with you guys today. So if you want access to all of this, make sure to sign up for my newsletter. It'll be in the description below. So let's see. And I see Leanne is here. Hi, Leanne. Glad you can be here joining today. So I'm going to share my screen really quick and pull up. Oh, wait. What did I do? Okay, here we go. I'm going to share my screen. There we go. So this is the members section of my site. So when you come to the site, if you go to the for members part, you'll enter in the password that you would have gotten in your email when you signed up. You'll get a password, you'll enter it in, and then this is the first page you'll see is the vault. And here, as you can see, if you click on this side, it's for readers, so exclusive short stories, sneak peeks, and character art. And then this side is for writers, tools and resources for your writing and your author business. So we'll start with the reader side. So if we click on here, which you can also just go here and click readers or writers. So here are some of my short stories. There are 3 of them here. So this first one, is called Just a Little Blood. And this one I wrote several years ago, back when I was still more afraid of needles than I am now. Still kind of afraid of needles, but I was more terrified of needles back then. And I had this experience where I had to get my blood drawn, and it was horrible. And so me, in my dramatic fashion, decided to do a little short story about my experience in over traumatization of what happened. So that's the story. And then this one, Gravity Was Everywhere. This is when I wrote in college. I had a class where we were supposed to go to this museum and look at some of the different pieces around the museum and come up with a short story based on the pieces that were in there. And so this is the story that came out of that. And then with The Wish, this was one that there was a prompt in one of my Facebook writing groups. I don't remember the exact wording of the prompt, but it was to have a genie grant a wish, but so the wish was supposed to be something like something about obedience. I forget the exact wording now, but it was something about obedience. But you had to twist the wish in a way that the wisher is not expecting. So that was the prompt that was in one of my writing groups, and I did that, and this is the story that came from that. So The Wish. And then I have several flash fiction stories on here as well. And these flash fiction prompts were ones that Leanne, who's actually here with us in the live, she was the one who hosted Flash Fiction Fridays a while back. And so I did some of the flash fiction prompts, which were super fun. And so there's one on like a futuristic cyborg type of one. There's like a pirates one, a witchy one, one with a wolf, hellhound, bloodhound, and then this one, the princess and the assassin. This one was actually a really fun, cool one because it was two different pictures that we used for the flash fiction prompt. So it was kind of interesting combining those two pictures to do a story. And then down here is some of my sneak peeks. So I have two sneak peeks from Project Royals that I've been working on. And then I have one short sneak peek from the As a Witches, which is my other current work in progress. And then down here you get the planner, my Bookaholic planner sheets. So if you guys missed my last live stream walkthrough, I did one going over my book planner sheets and what's included with the book planner and the book review sheet. So if you want to see an in-depth walkthrough review of those, it's also linked in the description below. And then lastly on this page is Scribd, is a app for readers. I describe it as like Netflix, but with books. So for a monthly subscription, you get tons of audiobooks, ebooks. I think they have some like magazines, articles, and podcasts that you can read as well. But there's tons of stuff on there, and they have a lot of newer books on there as well. And so you get all that for a monthly subscription that's like less than $10. So I really love Scribd. So if you guys come to the members section, there's a referral. If you click on this, it'll take you to my referral link, and you will get 60 days free trial when you use the referral link. So you can try out Scribd for 60 days free, and I think it's really great. So now let's see. There's someone else who joined us. Hi. Thank you for this. So we are just going over the reader section of the members section of the site. So now let's go to see the writer section. And the writer section has a lot. So tons of resources if you guys want to check it out. And there are some affiliate links in this section as well, just so you're aware of. So I have it broken down into different categories. So the first one we have is productivity and tracking progress. So with this one, I've got Pacemaker. It's a tool for writers where you can keep track of, like, if you're doing word counts, if you're setting, like, say, 50,000 or 60,000 words that you're trying to get through in your novel. You can keep track of your word counts with Pacemaker. Um, with the free version of Pacemaker, I believe you can only keep track of 2 projects at a time. But then I think with the paid plan, you get unlimited projects that you can track. I just have the free one, but yeah, I do think there's a limit of 2. And then there's Scrivener, which I love, but I will warn you guys that with Scrivener, I've heard that it's not really friendly for people who use Windows. So it's better for Apple products. So if you have a MacBook, if you have any sort of MacBook or iMac, it should be fine. I have an iMac, so I love it. It works great on my computer. But I have heard from people who have PCs that it's not so great on the PC. So just be aware of that. But if you have an Apple product, it's great. Um, so, and Scrivener is where I do all my writing. So I outline, I put my notes, brainstorm ideas, I draft in there, I revise my stuff in there, pretty much do everything in Scrivener. So if you're looking for a writing tool to help, that could be a good one to check out. And then Focus To Do is one that I use for getting started on projects. So it uses the Pomodoro technique where you set the timer for a certain period of time, and you work until the timer goes off, and then you get a break, and then you do it again. So pretty simple. I like it just to help me get started on tasks. And then there's Trello. And with Trello, you can use Trello for a lot of different things. I was using it to kind of keep some of my story pieces together. So like character art and descriptions and settings and stuff. So I was using Trello for that before I started using Scrivener. But Trello is another great option for keeping track of all of your research, all of your brain dumps, your characters' information, all of that. And then there is Papyrus Author, which I haven't actually tried this one, but I've looked at some of the tutorials and stuff, and it looks pretty similar to Scrivener. I don't know how it does with PC versus Macs or whatever. But if you do have a PC and Scrivener is not an option, maybe check out Papyrus. I don't know. But from the tutorials that I've seen on it, it looks very similar to Scrivener in that you can do a lot of the same things. You can do your outline and planning. You can draft and revise all in that app. So then the next section, and if anyone has any questions along the way, feel free to drop them in the chat box. I'll be checking them out periodically. But the next section here is the writer tools and websites. So here we have Inkernet Pro. And with this site, you can do a lot of really cool maps. So, like, if you are wanting to create a map for your world, if you're, doing a fantasy world and you want to see where each country is going to be and what's surrounding it and all of that, you can use this site to do that. I liked playing around with it. I am not a designer by any means. So even though it's kind of fun to play around with, I don't think I would make my own map myself because it probably would not come out well. So I'd probably have someone create a map for me. But if you have those design skills and you like playing around with stuff like that, this would be a good site for that. And then this one is called Character Creator. I found it a while back. I only played with it like once or twice, but you can create a character, full body character with this site. So that was a fun one to play around with. Another one that's similar but different is Art Breeder. With this one, you can also create characters. It's just not going to be a full body character, whereas this one will be. Art Breeder is just going to be like the head, your character's headshot, really. And I did play around with Art Breeder, and I created a what I thought one of my characters for Project Royals, what I thought she would look like. So I will share that with you guys real quick. This is the character I created on Art Breeder. This is Amaya. Amaya is one of my main characters in Project Royals, and she's sassy and really fun. And so I had fun playing around with Art Breeder to create what I picture she would look like. So yeah, that's Art Breeder. And then World Anvil. This is where you can kind of create pretty much your whole fantasy world if you're creating a fantasy novel, and manage different things in that world. This is another one I haven't used much. I played around with it a little bit in the beginning, but I haven't really looked at it too much. But it is another option here for you guys if you want to check it out. Then there's Fantasy Name Generator. This is one I actually use a lot. And this is one I use when I'm trying to come up with character names or names for certain places or buildings, towns, stuff like that. You can get a ton of really great names with Fantasy Name Generator. And even though it's called Fantasy Name Generator, it doesn't just give you fantasy names. Like, you can use it to come up with real world names as well. And you can use it for real world names based on different ethnicities and groups. So you can use it if you have like a Japanese character or a Irish character or German, or whichever character, and you want like a German name or Japanese name, Irish name, whatever, you can use that you can use the fantasy name generator to find names there. So I like this one, is one that I use a lot as well. And then we have Grammarly, which basically just to help with your make sure you have no grammar errors when you're writing, blog posts, newsletters, social media posts, whatever you want to use it for. There's Grammarly. And then, of course, Pro Writing Aid, which is very similar to Grammarly. Right now, I've been using Pro Writer Aid. I used Grammarly before, and I'm using Pro Writer Aid now. I mean, I think they're both pretty good. I do like Pro Writing Aid a little bit more, but both of them are pretty good. And then the next section here are the online courses. So if you're looking for online courses to help you with your writing or to help you with the business side of being a author, self-published author, if that's the route you're going for, these courses are great for that. So obviously we have Masterclass, which has tons of courses by different best-selling authors. There's a ton of writing courses on here. I actually have a review of a couple different masterclass courses that I took. So I took Neil Gaiman's masterclass. I took R.L. Stine and Joyce Carol Oates. I took more than those three, but those three are the ones that I have reviews of. So I will leave a link in the description below if you guys want to check out the reviews for those courses. And then Ingram Spark, they are a platform where authors can go to distribute their books, their print books. And on their site, they have a mini how to self-publish mini course. And so if you just want to get some more information, you're not sure yet if you're going to self-publish or not, but you want a little bit more information and want to kind of get your feet wet and know more, you can take their little mini course on that. And it's totally free. And then, of course, if you definitely know you are going the self-publishing route, then you will want to take Sarah Cannon's Publish and Thrive course. Her course is amazing. It goes so in depth into so many different things that you will need to know if you're going to be self-publishing. I highly, highly recommend her course. Her course she only opens for enrollment twice a year in the spring. So the spring one is already passed. But I believe she's going to be opening it again in August for the fall. So if you are looking at self-publishing, definitely check out her course. And there's another one coming up pretty soon. So then we have the Ninja Writers. And I actually did a review of the Ninja Writers a couple of weeks ago, which I will leave link below as well. But this is one of my favorite writer resource / community. They have a ton of classes on not just writing, but also on the business side of being an author. They have so many classes that's offered here. and you get really great feedback in this group as well. So this is another one I highly, highly recommend. And this is one that I do have an affiliate link for. And you can sign up and get 2 weeks free of Ninja Writers. So really great course there. And then we have Brittany Wang's author website bootcamp. And this is where if you have not built your website yet and you need an author website, you can join her author website bootcamp and learn how to create your own website, and also your newsletter as well. She helps you with creating your website and setting up your newsletter. So definitely check her out if that's something you need help with. And then Writing Mastery Academy is a site done by Jessica Brody. She wrote the Save the Cat Writes a Novel book. And so she has a ton of courses on there on her site, and it's only $12 a month to access every single course that she has on there. So that's pretty cool. And another cool thing with the Academy, I took it back in, I want to say, October last year, right before NaNoWriMo. I took her fast drafting course. And that course literally helped me to get through NaNoWriMo and finish my novel during NaNoWriMo. So I would definitely recommend her fast drafting course. It's a really good one. And then the last course on here is my own course that I am creating. And this one is going to be available. The first round of it will be available July 1st. And the registration deadline to sign up is June 30th. So if you want to get into that one, make sure to sign up before June 30th. And this is on how to write diverse characters. So, for anyone wanting to learn how to write a character who's way different from themselves, you'll want to join this course. And we'll go over a ton of different things. You'll have a handbook you can work through as well. As well as a Facebook group where you can ask questions and get feedback and all that stuff. So the link to the course page is down below if you guys want to check it out and get some more information. All right, so let's see here real quick. I'm glad this is helpful for you guys. Yeah, so this is why I wanted to share so you guys can see exactly what is all involved in the members section. I tried to give you guys as much resources as possible to help with your writing. So, yeah. So this section is the blogs and author websites. So these are some blogs and author websites that I have found really, really helpful. So Susan Dennard has a blog where she gives lots of tips and advice and resources. So her blog is a wealth of information. So definitely check hers out. Hannah Heath If you are a Christian author, you might want to follow Hannah Heath. Her blog is for, I don't want to say it's just for Christian authors, but it does talk about that. And a lot of different, she has a lot of different blog posts on, character development and plots. And it's been a really good website as well. And then the last blog is the Writing with Color blog. So this one I always recommend if you are writing a character of color and you're not sure how to describe them, you're not sure, what to use in the description. This blog has tons of information to help you with describing your characters of color. So then now we get into some of the business stuff. So these are author, business, and social media tools that can help you with the author side of your business. So of course, Canva, I love. You can design all types of graphics and all different sorts of graphic designs and promotional stuff. With Canva, you can design, like you can do mock-ups of your book cover if you have your book cover. You can do a ton with Canva. I just love them. And then there's Plan, which is a scheduler for Instagram. So you can schedule your Instagram or Facebook content with Plan. And, I think it's always helpful having some type of scheduler so you can get ahead of things because we're all super busy. So the more we can plan things ahead and save ourselves time, the better, I think. So there's that. And then Later is very similar to Plan. So you can use it for Instagram. You can actually use it for a few more social media platforms than you can with Plan. So with Later, you can also use it for Pinterest and Twitter. So you can use it on a few more platforms. And then Tailwind is specifically for Pinterest. So you can use Tailwind to do all your pins, schedule all your pins on Pinterest and all of that. SiteGround is the host that I use to host my website. So if you're looking for a host for your website, you can check out SiteGround. And they have pretty good customer service. So if you want to check them out. And then there's Divi. Divi is the theme builder that I'm using to that I used to create my website. So the way my website looks and how everything on it looks, how it's functioned, I use a Divi to create all of that. And then Vellum. Vellum is something I am planning on getting very soon. But Vellum is to format your own books. So if you're planning on self-publishing and you want to do your own formatting, Vellum makes it really easy to do all of that. So yeah, I plan on getting it pretty soon as I do have a book that I'm going to be publishing here in the next month. So yeah. And then Dubsado is more of it's a client management system. And so there's a lot you can do with Dubsado. So if you're a freelance writer or freelance editor or cover designer or whatever, you can use it to manage all your client information, all of their projects. You can communicate with all your clients through Dubsado. You can send them invoices. All of that you can use through Dubsado. And then MailerLite is what I use for my email list provider. And there's a ton of different email providers out there. But MailerLite is the one I use. You can have them for free up to 1,000 subscribers. So that's why I went with MailerLite. The other ones, a lot of the popular ones that I've heard of, like ConvertKit, those I believe you have to pay. I don't know that they have a free plan, but MailerLite has a free plan up to 1,000 subscribers. So, and then Zapier. So if you have a whole bunch of different systems and processes, Zapier is something that can help connect all of them. Another one that I've heard of, I forgot to put it on here, but I will add it, is I think it's called IFTT, if this, then that, which is similar to Zapier. It connects different apps. So when one action happens, you can connect it to something else. So it kind of automates your workflow and you're not having to do a lot of stuff manually. So the next section is the freelancers. So these are different freelancers sites that I've come across that I think could be helpful for writers. So Jonas, he does a lot of different graphic design. So if you need a logo, if you need cover art, anything like that, he does a lot of that. And actually, Jonas did my logo for my publishing company, which I will pull up and show you guys. Let's see. So this is my publishing company website, and this is the logo that Jonas designed for me, Hannah and I Publishing. So if you're wanting a logo done or a cover art or something like that, he's a great designer to work with. And then there is, I'm not sure exactly how to say this one, demonza.com. But the cover designer is Damon. So this is a website. I don't remember who shared it. I think someone shared it in one of my groups, and I checked out his website. He is on the more pricey side, so I haven't worked with him personally, but I have looked at a lot of his designs on his website, on his portfolio. There are a lot of amazing designs on his site. So if you can afford it and you want to work with them, I think he has a lot of great art on his site. And then Mandy Lynn is another author tuber here on YouTube. And she actually offers cover designs and book formatting as well um, through her company. Stone Ridge Books is her publishing company, and she offers cover designs and formatting. So another one to check out. And then if you're looking for diversity readers, if you're writing about a certain character and you want to make sure you're portraying it accurately and you're not, making any huge mistakes, I do have a diversity reader directory where you can go and take a look at the different readers on there and see fit um, if any of them fit for the character you're writing. So, and if not, then there are a couple other websites here that I've included that also have um, diversity sensitivity readers that may be able to help as well. So, Quiet House Editing, you can find editors and uh, sensitivity/diversity readers on here as well. Also on the Writing Diversely website, and then on the Salt and Sage website as well. You'll find more diversity readers on there. So I'm hoping between these four sites, you should hopefully be able to find the reader for your character, for your story. So then down here, we have the next section is writing craft books. So these are some of the books that I've read on writing that I think are really great resources. So, of course, we have Save the Cat Writes a Novel, tool that every writer should have in their tool belt. This one is a novel idea, and this one is specifically for Christian fiction authors. So it has been it's written by several different Christian authors, and they kind of they give their advice on writing in this one. And then we have Wired for Story. So, this one helps you learn how to hook in your readers right from the start. The 5,000 words per hour. I don't know if you'll necessarily get up to writing 5,000 words per hour. Maybe you will. I'm just a slow typer. I cannot get 5,000 words an hour, but it does give you some good tips on how to write faster. So that's why I included it. And then the Five Love Language is not a writing craft book, but I probably should have put it down here in other books. But I included it in this because knowing your character's love language can actually help you to create a more dynamic and three-dimensional character. So I think this is a good one for character development, which is why I included it. Also, this one, The Road Back to You, this is another one that's not writing craft related, but it's a good one to help with character development. This one goes over the Enneagram types and helps you figure out what each type is and learn more about the different Enneagram types. Then we have the self-editing for fiction writers. And with this one, I think this one is just amazing. First, to self-edit your books before handing it over to a professional editor. So definitely, um, if you're wanting to improve your writing craft, this is definitely one you need to have in your tool belt as well. They cover a lot of different things in here that just really great resource. And then we have the How to Write Black Characters. This is one that is from the Salt and Sage company. They published this one. They have other ones that they've published as well that I want to check out on autistic characters, asexual characters, things like that. But if you are wanting, oh, and I realized I didn't even change the description down here. I need to fix that. But if you are wanting to learn how to write Black characters, how to describe them, how to avoid stereotypes in your writing, this is a really good one to pick up. So, yeah. And then the other books we have here, this one is The Business of Being a Writer. So if you are looking at, wanting to make writing, pursue writing as your actual career, this gives you a lot of great insights. Whether you're wanting to do traditional publishing or self-publishing, it goes into both of those and gives you a lot of great insight for that. And then this one is Creating Income Streams by Shanta Grimes. She is the founder and starter of Ninja Writers, which I shared up here, of Ninja Writers. And so she has a book on creating income streams. So if you're looking for ways to create multiple income streams, this is a good one for that. She also has a class in her Ninja Writers community. She has a class that she teaches on this as well. And then my own resource, this was one I added a while back. This is the Author Side Hustles. So I did a video a while back, which I will link down below, of different side hustles that you can get into if you're an author or a writer. So I just included that here. In the video, I talk about 10 different side hustles, I think. And then here I give you a bonus 6. So there are 16 side hustle ideas in here. So if you want to check that out. And that is pretty much it. That's what I have for the writer section and the reader section of my members section. So if you guys want to be able to get access to all of this, all you have to do is sign up for my newsletter. The link is in the description below. Once you sign up, you will get an email with the password to be able to get into this section of the website and access all of these things. And everything that I showed you guys, I forgot I should go. Let me go back real quick. But everything that I showed you guys on here if you click on the picture, it'll take you right to whatever it is you're looking for. So all of the websites on here, everything is linked. So yeah, it'll take you straight there once you click on it. So yeah. So that's how that is. So if no one has any questions, I haven't seen any other comments or questions pop up in the chat. So if no one has any other questions, I think I will end this here. But thank you guys for joining me today and going through this walkthrough with me. Like I said, there was a lot in there, and I am always adding more to there. I have another craft book that I'm going to be adding into that section pretty soon. It's actually my own book that I'm writing on how to write disabled characters. So that will be added to that section. And yeah, I'm always updating it. So if you guys want access to all of that, information's down below. So thanks for joining me, you guys. I will see you guys in a couple of weeks. Oh, and in my next video on June 10th, I'm actually going to be interviewing Elizabeth, who I wish I had the picture right now to pull up, because she has a very, very gorgeous book cover that I love. I wish I had that to pull up to show you guys right now, but I don't. But we will be talking about her new book, The Vampire Falls, which is releasing in October, right around my birthday. So can't wait to get her book. So I am going to be interviewing her in 2 weeks on June 10th. So if you guys want to come back and check that out and learn more about her and her book, so yeah, that would be great. So I will see you guys soon. And yeah, bye for now.